Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the If You Ask Me podcast. Today, I have a special guest with me, my boy Harlay, el WueSo ReZ. Did I say that right?
Yeah, you got it. You got it.
Hey man, thank you for being with me today, my brother. Let me quickly kind of do a very brief intro. So I met Harlay at it was okay. I went to a soccer game, Honduras versus El Salvador. I think it was El Salvador. It could have been another country, but I know it was my country. And I remember for sure I was there for my Honduran moment, but I have to say it was El Salvador because maybe that's why you were there, I guess. But I met my boys there who I hadn't seen in a while, and then after the game they were like, let's link up, and we went to some kind of a bar thing, and then that's when I met you for the first time, and we chopped it up for a few seconds because it was a lot of people. It was just kind of in and out. And then that's when I first heard of you, and I started listening to your music, or I found out that you were doing music and got a taste of your music. And the fact that you represent Central America as a Salvadoreño, I was just like, bro, like I'm all in. Like it's a no brainer. My part of my purpose in what I do, man, is to help us Latinos and Hispanic and especially Central Americans, to do this thing, man, do life together. And so reached out to you, and I was like, yo, can we do a podcast? And you were like, bet, let's do it. So here we are today, man. So Harlay, if you could quickly introduce yourself for those that don't know you, who are you, sir?
Yo, soy el WueSo ReZ.
Come on.
I go by Harlay, el WueSo ReZ, baby. I'm from South Central LA.
Yes, sir. LA.
I was born in Inglewood, but I was raised in South Central, you know what I'm saying? And, aquí estamos aquí.
Nice.
For all my Central Americans, all my Latinos,
Amen to that, brother, for sure. Harlay, let me ask you this. You represent heavily, correct me if I'm wrong, El Salvador, no?
Yeah.
You're from there.
Yeah, well.
Where are you from?
I was born in Inglewood, raised in South Central.
Yeah, but that's your roots.
But that's my roots.
Yeah, same here with me. I'm born and raised in LA, but the motherland is Honduras, man. And the reason why I even bring that up is because we need more. We need more artists, more recording, people, talent. We need more entertainers. We need more of everything that represent the countries that we come from. So I'm a big advocate for that, and that's why one of the many reasons why I wanted to have this conversation with you. But before we go into anything else, let's get to know you a little bit more, especially for anyone that's not tuned into who you are. Let's talk about who you are, what you do, and what you're doing, and what do you say to that, Harlay?
Well, me right now, I'm just out here just grinding, just following like something that I love. It's my passion.
Yeah.
And aside of that too is just representing my people,
Yeah.
And I've been doing this for a very long time.
Yeah.
I started with my boy Wealthy and Chino back in the days in the projects. Seeing my boy freestyle kind of inspired me to want to rap.
Awesome.
And he's from Honduras too.
That's crazy.
He's like you.
We were chopping about that
Catracho,
before. That's crazy, man.
And
so let me interject real quick right there, because that's a key moment in your story, which is, how'd you get into this? How'd you get into music? It was because of this experience you're talking about.
This experience.
Give us a little picture of that. So what are you doing? Where you're at?
Man, we're on the 110. We're over there on the block, 110 in Normandy. You know what I'm saying? And I would just pull up, and it was just like Chino, it was Wealthy, it was the homie Kiddo. It was just, we were just chilling, you know what I mean? Chilling outside in the car in the blue Kia.
Yeah.
Chino's blue Kia. And then Wealthy used to freestyle.
Yeah.
And I would always look at it. I used to be like, damn, that's so hard, bro.
Yeah.
And then I would always tell him, hey, how you do that? He'll be like, bro, you just gotta just vibe to the beat.
Yeah.
And then, for some reason,
that's dope.
It was
bro.
crazy because I couldn't really rap. I didn't know how to stay on beat.
Yeah.
You
couldn't keep tempo?
Nah, bro.
Sheesh.
I remember Chino had this air freshener. It was from the hundreds, like a little ball, and he'll play beats like MF Doom beats. And every time the beat would have to, when I would have to jump in, he would smack it. Basically, they taught me how to stay on beat.
To get on tempo and everything.
Yeah. And then from there, I just started writing, and then just fell in love with just expressing myself, and then, just taking it on a different route.
Yeah.
And then, from there, the rest was history.
That's crazy, man. So you were at a moment and you were like, how do you do that? And then you figured it out, and then you just started, and you ran with it, and you fell in love with it, and here you are today. So how much of your content music-wise is out right now where people can hear you? Where can they hear you? You know, where because I'm sure you're everywhere, but I want you to tell them like where they're hearing your stuff. Where can they get you?
You guys can hear me on Apple Music, Spotify, like all streaming platforms.
Yeah.
You know, just type in Harlay, and you're gonna see it right there. I got a new single out right now called Nissan, produced by Sly Work.
Fire track, by the way.
Yeah, man.
Fire
Appreciate
track.
you, bro.
You could play that on the back. Is it out? It's already out, right?
Yeah, it's already out. It's already out, but we got a video out for that one too, and we got a lot of new stuff coming.
That's crazy.
In the next couple months.
You were showing me some of those things, man. You got a lot of great stuff coming out.
Yeah, man.
These people ain't ready for it. They ain't ready, bro.
Man, we're just grinding. We're just grinding every day, working.
That's good, man. That's great. So music-wise, it's out there on all streaming platforms. Your social media, that you have links in there where they can just click to one thing to go to your
you can
YouTube
follow me on Harlay WueSo as HarlayWuezo.
Yeah.
And then right there, you just tap in on links on the bio. And then I got Nissan out right now.
Yeah.
That's the main song we're pushing right now, like the main single.
And to that, we're going to attach it all like on the bios and on all the posts that we put. So try to make it easy for you guys to be able to have the access to hear what he's got going on, because it's fire. It's amazing, man. It's good music. And what do you categorize your music? Is it reggaeton? Is it hip hop? Is it a combination of things? What do you categorize it as far as the genre?
Yeah. Well, honestly, like me, I do a little bit of mixture.
Okay.
Like I like hopping on like the West Coast sound, but I do it in Spanish.
Oh, nice.
You feel me?
Yeah,
But honestly, like I would like to classify as like party music.
Oh, okay.
You know, like I always said I wanted to make music that's gonna make you want to dance.
Oh, that's with it. I hear it all the time. All the tracks that are out there, bro. It's like that's dance music for sure.
Whether if it's sad or if it's happy, I want you to be able to like vibe to it. You know,
and correct me if I'm wrong, and forgive my ignorance here, but it is both English and Spanish, or is it primarily Spanish? Because I can't because I know you have other tracks with other people. Yeah. And sometimes I'm just hearing, you know, I've heard tracks where you have both languages. Yeah. But you as an artist, is it more one particular language versus the other, or? Yeah,
right now I'm just doing mainly just Spanish. But I do collab with artists that like rap in English.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Talk to me real quick about that. I think that's a pretty cool genre or even expression of music, which is the whole Spanglish thing.
Yeah.
I think it's picking up. Correct me if I'm wrong. You definitely know more about this than I do, but is that a new wave? Is that been here for a while? Like the whole like Spanglish artistry? Is that or what's your take on it? Maybe you don't like it. I don't know.
No, I like it. Like I love it. If anything, it's interesting you mentioned that, because the way I started doing the Spanish was really, I didn't do that initially.
Oh.
Like I started rapping in English.
Okay.
The majority of my career as an artist has been in English. Just recently, like I've been doing Spanish, but I really started that with FIFA. Shout out to FIFA. You know, like one day we was in the studio and we did Abusadora, which was my first record in Spanish. And then from there, I still wasn't sold on it.
Yeah.
But I was doing the Spanglish at the time. I wasn't doing full Spanish. And then until recently, I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna just do full Spanish. Yeah.
Why? Curious. Why is that? Not that it matters on my end, but just wondering if was it a strategic move? Was it a more stronger connection with the audience, or like why go that route from starting somewhere and then saying, nah, you know what? I'm gonna go all Spanish. Was there something particular that drove you to do that?
Honestly, yeah, there was. I just felt like a stronger connection with it. Like I could express myself a certain way with Spanish than with English.
Yeah.
You know, like for example, with Spanish music, I actually started to like melodize on certain songs, and when in English, I really wasn't open to do that.
Yeah.
You know, I guess I just felt more connected, and I felt like the people could connect with it more.
Yeah. Do you think there's something to that whole, because, you know, if you hear people say like Latino language or Latin language is like a very romantic language. There's something more beautiful about it.
Yeah.
Do you feel that when you're writing and you're making music and whatnot?
I do, because I've had people that don't speak no Spanish.
Yeah.
And they'll tell me, yo, I love your voice.
Yeah.
Like, that sounds sexy.
Yeah.
I'm like, how do you know what I'm saying, you know? You don't even understand what I'm saying. But
that's true, though.
It's just crazy how it resonates, you know?
Yeah.
And I'm just like, hey, like, then that's the, you know, and then I also feel like it's just it feels good when someone connects, when you connect with someone,
right.
And that's all what music is you're connecting with
people. What when you talk about right now, as we're talking about the music thing, who do you I don't want to say look up to, but who do you find in the industry, whether it's now, current, or even in the history of music, has been inspirational to you? Like that has given you inspiration, like, yo, these people are amazing. They're talented. They're gifted. They're good at what they do, and you know, those are the kind of people I respect. You know, those are the kind of people I look up
as
to.
artists.
Yeah, artists. Maybe currently now in this era, and then maybe even in the history, like just of the past. You know, what do you say to that?
Man, like I've always loved, like, I'm always been a big fan of Andre 3000.
Oh, he's fire.
You know, he's always been like my number one.
Yeah, unique style, huh?
Unique, and that's what I love is that the fact that as a kid, like I had the albums, you know, and then like from the style to the way he would rap, and it was just like I thought that was so dope, and even today, like he's still like, I mean, people say that he's walking around with like a cane or anything or something.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, like they say he's walking around, but I've actually bumped into him.
Oh wow.
At events, and I'm just like, you know, like I obviously, like, I don't like to be all like fanboy,
for sure, yeah.
But I really liked how humble he is.
Oh wow.
As a person, you know, and he's a legend, bro. He doesn't, you know, the way he carries himself. And
no, 100%. You know, in the Hall of Fame of music, he's definitely there, man. He's a household name. People know him. Great music, great history. He's also done acting and film stuff too. Shoot, does that mean you're gonna get into acting too?
Like, no, I'm serious. Like, I love it's just, that's what inspires me.
Yeah.
You know, and
more than music.
More than just music.
Yeah.
Like,
more than an artist. You're more than just a recording artist.
Yeah, you never know where you know where this might take you.
Yeah.
And then another one, just bring it to the West Coast. Like, I gotta give it to Nipsey.
You
know,
R.I.P.
How
Nipsey,
you know he just was very like just like the way he carried, like the way he did what he did, like it impacted the hood, like how he gave back to his community.
100%.
And it's just important to never forget where you come from, and you know, and that's just dope, bro. I love that, the whole what he stood for. Yeah, the marathon, the grind. Yeah. All that, you know.
Yeah. No, we lost a good man, a good human being when it came to, you know, what he was providing artistically, but also to the community, right?
Yeah.
So I definitely respect that, and big fan of this guy as well. Yeah. What are your thoughts? And I hope you don't mind me asking this, but when it comes to like the hottest names of today, as far as just the reputation wise, the freaking Drakes and the Bad Bunnies and the, I don't know who else is up there that I could think of off the top of my head, because those are two biggest names, bro. Like, who are the biggest names that you know of? They might not be your biggest names, but just like in the industry of music, who are the biggest names right now?
To me,
well, maybe let's go with you. Who are the biggest names to you right now?
Who I really, I mean, I love Drake. Yeah. I love Bad Bunny. Yeah. I love Future, man. Future's one of my biggest. Like, man, I love Future. And back to, because he started with the Dungeon family, and Andre 3000, they were all part of the Dungeon family.
Wow.
Yeah, that's why his name is Future, because he was like the future.
I didn't know that. I don't know the history of those guys.
Yeah, so like, man, Future is like, man. But yeah, I love the new era of music. I think it's more of a vibe. You know, it may not be per se like about the lyrics. I know people, when it comes to the rap, they say, oh, it's not lyrical.
Yeah.
But it gives you a vibe. You know, you vibe into it.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's interesting you bring that up, because I'm a big, like, lyrics for me has to be accompanied by good music, or else I can't listen to it. Because some people say, I got badass lyrics, I got bars, but your music overall sounds trash. No disrespect to nobody. I'm just saying that there are some people will lose the importance of understanding that it's like it's a married situation. Like, you should have dope ass lyrics with some great music, like sonically speaking,
like
right?
Cadences,
all that flow, melody, cadences, like. And I've encountered enough people where they say they don't care about any of that. They just care about the pure sport of the lyric. But what they fail to realize is you're not going to resonate with the large populace, because we are accustomed to hearing good things. We're accustomed to seeing good things. And if we can't, just because you wrote badass lyrics, that is not enough. That's my opinion.
No, you're right.
What do you say about that?
I agree with you, because I feel like, I mean, I would say again, like like I would say that's where the talent comes in.
Yeah.
Where you could give great lyrics and a great cadence.
Yeah.
Because a lot of the times artists would come short on a great cadence because they want to say this.
Yeah.
I've done it. Like I've been in the studio like, dang, I want to say this.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna like miss out on doing like a dope cadence.
Yeah.
Because I really wanted to say this. And then at the end of the day, it's like, I mean, you want to make a great record.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know? And
and
at the end of the day, it's like, if I feel like the cadence, I feel like the cadence and the lyrics are important. I don't feel like one is important than the other.
Yeah,
so.
and I agree with you. There's that saying like, it's you pick this or that, but I say you pick this and that. Yeah. It's not an or, it's an and. Yeah. You have good lyrics and you have a good flow, cadence, and all the other stuff. Because even let's talk about beats. You know, you got producers, you got engineers, you got people in this product that are given credit to, and that they deserve it because they're incredible at what they do. So I know we talked about this off camera about the engineers, but let's talk about producers and engineers and how valuable and how vital are they to an artist's success. What do you say about that?
Producers and engineers are like vital. They're like the most important thing, I would say. Yeah. Because you wouldn't have anything. The song wouldn't be what it is if it wasn't for the engineer. Yeah. You know, because let's face it, like a lot of us artists nowadays, like, now, some of them are great singers. I'm speaking for myself. Yeah. I'm not the best singer. Yeah. But if you ever hear me on a song and it sounds good, that's the engineer.
Engineer doing magic.
He's doing magic, you know, and like.
Shout out to all the engineers
out there.
Shout out
to all the
man.
engineers, man. Shout out to Mixed by Crook. Shout out to JP. You know what I'm saying? Like IQ. You know, all the producers, bro. Like 99.
Shout out to producers.
You know what I'm saying?
Who you working
Money
with?
Records, man. EC Money Records. You know. The Narco Wave producers, 99. Shout out to all the producers out there, man. They work hard because we wouldn't have these records if it wasn't for like the engineers and the producers. And I feel like people don't really, you know. Yeah,
I'm glad we're no 100%. And I'm glad we're touching on it because, you know, even Drake, I think, in an award show, he won some award. I don't know what it was. But he stated that himself, making it clear to the world. Listen, I'm here winning this, sure, whatever. But I'm nothing. We're not. There's a whole team of people around to make this moment happen. And just hearing somebody really take a moment in a stage like that to highlight those people that work behind the scenes is pretty dope because, like you just said, you're nothing without them. We can't do anything without these people. And so shout out to all the producers, engineers, all the crew that's involved in getting this music out. So let me ask a question that came to my mind when it came to, we're talking about producers and engineers. How much of any of that are you hands-on when it comes to your product? Or do you fully, like, what's that relationship like? Like, you get all these tracks, you work on these tracks, and then you kind of commit to some, and then the engineer does his magic, and you guys going to go back and forth. Like, just curiously trying to figure out what's your creative process like? Well,
it all depends. Like, for example, like, for the most part, I work with JP. Right now, he's my main engineer that I work with. We're usually mixing as we go.
Oh,
kind of weird.
That's with it.
Yeah,
that's really cool to do that.
Yeah, so he's
saving time.
Yeah, so he's mixing as he goes. I mean, the song may not be like, for example, like
the final product, final piece,
but it's at 70%.
Yeah,
you know, by the time we're done. Yeah, and if there's any changes, I'll tell him, hey. Maybe we'll link up again. Yeah. And then we'll be in the room and I'll be like, hey, maybe the ad-libs need to go higher. You know, you always gotta play it in the car. Yeah, You know what I'm saying? Give it a car
for sure,
test.
Always, man. You know always. Let me hear it in my car.
Yeah, bro.
You gotta always hear it in the car, bro.
you hear it in the studio and it sounds dope. Yeah. And you go in the car and you're like, wait, bro. Something's off. Yeah. So yeah, that's like what we go through, you know. Like I'll play it in the car, then I'll take notes, and then we'll link up, and then we'll, you know, so that way we're going back and forth. Yeah. I love to be involved in it.
Before I go to the next question that comes to my mind, where'd you get the name Harlay? Is that an artist name? Is that your, you know, what Harlay?
Harley?
And then no, it's WueSo.
WueSo. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, the whole name, your whole name. Where'd you get that from?
All right, so Harley is my first name, which is Harley.
Ah,
like Harley Davidson.
Yeah.
You know, and where I live, I got a homie, man. R.I.P. to Lil Western. You know, unfortunately he passed away. But when I was growing up, he used to always pull up on me. He used to be like, "Hey, it's Harlay with the party." And so like it stuck. Like people like where I grew up, they call me Harlay.
Oh, that's with
it.
Like,
hey, what's up? Where Harlay at?
Oh,
you know?
With it.
And so I was just like, as an artist, I was like, man, they already called me that. So when I started making music, I was like, Harlay.
That's with it.
And then El WueSo came later on down the line because of my best friend's aunt. Shout out my best friend Carlos con la tía Miriam.
That's right.
La tía Miriam, she used to always see me, and she said that I look like this. Back in El Salvador, they grew up in this by the beach in Acajutla, and supposedly there was this guy that I looked like him when he was young.
Yeah.
So his name was El WueSo ReZ.
Yeah.
And she used to call me, hey, vos sos el WueSo ReZ. What te parece al WueSo ReZ?
That's crazy.
So like people would think it was because I was skinny and light, and it was maybe because of that too.
Yeah.
But yeah, so she would call me el WueSo ReZ. So from then they used to always call me WueSo. Hey, allá está el WueSo. Hey, llámale al WueSo, loco. Hey, llámale al WueSo ReZ. And then like it just like, you know, Harlay was like, what I did was like an alter ego where Harlay is the rapper that rapped in English, and then WueSo is the Spanish artist. So that's why I put Harlay.
Say that
WueSo.
one more time, just because I missed that real quick. The English Spanish. How did you say that? The
Harlay is the English artist. And WueSo is the Spanish.
Is the
el
Spanish.
WueSo ReZ.
That's dope.
So that's why it's Harlay WueSo. It's the same person, but different. When I rap in English, it's Harlay.
No, that's with it. That's with it. I love. And then the fact that you mentioned, you know, the motherland in Salvador, right? Before I actually was gonna ask a question, but then that brought me to this idea of asking this question. Let's talk about for a moment your interest, your desire, I guess your approach and your whole mindset of trying to get Latino community, Central American culture. Because we talked a little bit about this off camera. There's a sense, right? There's a drive in you to be like, we gotta, this is Latino, you know what I mean? So just touch on that real quick. What's your take on some of that?
It's just that we were talking about is like, we don't really have like nobody really representing us right now. You know what I mean? As we do have a lot of like Latino, like, you know, we got different artists in the like Latin community. We got Mexicans, we got Puerto Ricans, we got Dominicans. Yeah. But I feel like in like the Central American community, we kind of don't have that. And you're right. I feel like we do have to come together. Yeah. And that's one of my main goals too. You know, is to shine, you know, shed a light that Central American people, whether it's Salvadoreños, Hondureños, Guatemaltecos, a lot of talented people, artists, producers, engineers, you know, and like that's kind of like my main goal too, you know, like
why do you think we don't have that presence when we clearly know the talent is out there? Yeah. But like I was mentioning to you off camera that the mainstream don't promote anything other than the Bad Bunnies, Osunas. Who are some other people? I'm lost with names, but I know there's a lot of artists. Peso Pluma, who represent Mexico.
Fuerza Rey. You know, the other bandas, right? There's, I feel like
why aren't we getting that? And I think that was the question, which is why. And I understand that there's growth to it. Like we need to grow to that level. But why does it feel, and this could be my ignorance, so correct me if I'm wrong, and anybody on watching, you guys can put in the comments and all that. I'm not speaking as a person of experience or expertise in any way, but this is just what I feel because I listen to a lot of music. You know, I understand music. I'm a music recording engineer. You know what I mean? I've done music, I've produced music, I've written music, I've, you know, created music and all that. And one thing in the last 5-7 years, maybe even a decade, I've yet to feel is like the promotion of Central American artists in the mainstream. Like you gotta have to like dig for them to find them. I don't have to dig for Osunas. I get it. You know, Bad Bunny, they're the kings of the business right now. They're doing great. But why does it? Am I not looking at the right places? Like I don't know, bro. Help me out here. Why? What's up, man? Why? It feels like they're making it hard on us. I don't know. Just my crazy thoughts, bro.
I mean, I feel it could be politics.
I was gonna say that. I literally was gonna say, is it politics involved? So what's your take on it for sure?
I feel like it could be a mixture of politics and then a mixture of how you said, like we need to grow to that. And I feel like part of it is that we need to come together. Yeah. You know, because I feel like when we come together, we'll become a bigger unit, a mass. Yeah. and then they will have no choice but to, you know, like respect it. Like the Mexicans, they had to do that. You know, I believe what's his name again?
I'm gonna look at my spot as you're talking. I'm opening my Spotify real quick as you're mentioning that because I want to add some to the names that I only got Drake in them, but I got
the
more
guy
people.
who's working with a lot of these banda are what's his
Peso
name?
Pluma?
No, he's like a manager.
Oh shoot, I don't know.
I forgot his name.
I won't know.
He was working with Nathaniel Cano. Well, point is, he was saying that back in the days, when it was música regional, they had to go through these politics with like the reggaeton artists, where they would try to open up for them and like they would give them like the messed up room, or they had to fight for it too. You know, like a lot, like it's true. Like, you know, the way regional music is becoming more popular now, it wasn't like that back then. And so, you know, they had to fight for that. Like they had to grow. Back in the days, people didn't like the narco corridos and all that. People were like, unless you were just Mexican, you know? Yeah. But now you have the Puerto Ricanos fucking with it. You see the Salvadoreños messing with it, you know? Yeah. And so, like, you see a lot of Latinos like Peso Pluma. I like Peso Pluma. He's dope.
Yeah, it was dope. He does good music.
Yeah. I'm not, you know, but back then, I probably would have not been a fan of that kind of music. But again, they had to grow. Yeah. They had to go through all this. And I feel like if we come together, we're gonna have to go through the same thing. Yeah. But eventually, you know, we have to start. We have to start somewhere.
We got to start somewhere.
You know,
that's just a couple names that come to mind. At least this is on some of the like songs that I have on my Spotify. So I kept saying Ozuna and Bad Bunny, but then like Mike Towers. These are legit artists that are out. There's another one, Lenny Tavares, I think. I don't know. Chenko Corleone, if I'm even saying these foods right. One guy that I love his voice, bro, and his style, and he doesn't get a lot of that, you know, praise, because maybe it's just politics or who knows what. Is Chencho Corleone.
Oh, Chencho's dope, man. He's a legend.
His voice, bro.
Bro, Chencho's a legend.
That man's voice is, I'm like,
bro, that's another one right there.
That's a king,
that's
dog.
Top, bro.
Yeah.
I look up to that man right there, man.
Yeah. You got Raúl Alejandro, who's more
hard,
more like poppy, right?
Yeah,
Pop
artist. Jay Cortez is dope. Fade is dope too. He's Colombiano.
I haven't heard of Fade.
Oh man,
Fade, I don't think so.
See,
bro, Anuel.
Oh, Anuel,
another OG.
Anuel's dope.
Yeah, man. Yeah, there's a bunch of J Balvin, bro. Come on, J Balvin.
But you see it's interesting too, because you see the J Balvins, like artists like Fade, they're not Puerto Rican, but they do reggaeton. But
they're Colombians, no? Yeah.
They're Colombians, but they also, I'm pretty sure they had to overcome adversity too.
And so let's go to that part right there, because whether wherever we're from, country wise or whatever, you're right. We have to build up to that. We got to fight to that place, because it'll get to the point where, if you know, they will pay more attention to it. And I say they as in the executives that have the funding to support to do these tours and whatnot, right? Because nobody's doing it by themselves. You know, none of these established artists are alone. They have an entire army of people around them, the big companies, the budgets and all that. But like you said, they had to fight for that to get there. So I feel like it is our time that we're fighting, and it's better if we fight together versus everybody fighting their own path. Yeah, like we are all trying to get to that next level. We're all trying to represent ourselves. Like I personally don't like the fact that music just represents, I would even say the Dominican Republic people, but Puerto Rican for sure, and Colombian. That's what you constantly get. I just want to see a little bit more balance. Yeah, I want to see more, Salvadoran, Guatemalan, Honduran, like. Where they at? You know what I mean? Let's and that's part of what I feel like I'm gonna try to do is help in any way I can. I already told you off air, bro. Anything I could do to help you, in any way. Yeah, you already know. Sign me up, bro.
Yeah, likewise too. I mean, we're a big part of that. In fact, shout out to my boy FIFA. He has the whole El Latino movement, and that's what we focus on. That like a lot of the artists that we work with are also Mexican but mainly Central American, Hondureños, Guatemalans, Salvadorans. There's a lot of dope artists in the squad. We got Racheton, Mas Fortuna, Daisy Lynn, you know what I mean? It's a dope artists out here. Yeah. And I feel like you said, once we come together and we go through this adversity right now, we're going through these little, you know,
our little history,
a little adversity,
yeah.
but I feel like we're gonna spark the future, what's to come. You know, I feel like we're definitely there's a kid out there looking up to us. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And saying, okay, I relate to him.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, I appreciate you saying all of that, and I just want to take a quick second to just really emphasize this for all my Latino out there artists that are Central American representatives. What we're trying to say is that we need to work together. We need to be very serious about that. Like this isn't the season for us to just like everybody do your own thing and you know badmouth each other and diss track each other. There's no need for that right now. This is the time where we got to come together. We could probably do that later in life when we're already established and all that stuff. You know, we're already made that presence known. But right now, you know, it makes more sense for us to work together. So really go out there and support your people. You know, collab with your people. And never let money get in the way, man, because, you know, as we always, you know, has mentioned already in multiple conversations throughout our time that we've known each other is, you know, we got to put that stuff to the side. Let's work together because money will come later, man. Right now, it's not about let me shoot something for you, let me do something for you, but what's your budget? It's like, if we talking like that already at this stage, I don't know. We might be missing out on some important collab pieces of work, you know, art that can really, you know, be a good impact to our community. So, you know, what do you say some of that, Harlay?
No, I agree because I feel like if we focus on working on producing good quality content, good quality music, the money's gonna come. You know, it's gonna sell itself. You know, but in order to do that, we have to work together.
100%.
We can't be focused on just on me or just on or what can I get out of this situation, because that happens too. You come across people that you don't know their intentions. You know,
maybe people that all they want to do is take. We got to also give.
We gotta see what can we put in the table. You know, what can I put that could, you know, be the missing piece to the puzzle. You know, we can't just always take. You know what I mean?
So in the subject of the Central American community, Latino culture, and things like that, what would you like to see in the next maybe 5, 10, 15 years from now, based off what we're talking about? Like, what are you looking at? Like, I hope it to look like this. I hope it to be this. What's some of your, I guess, if you look into that future, what do you see?
Seeing more Central American artists. Not only that, but producers, engineers. And being in the mainstream, you know, like
winning awards,
Grammys, doing songs with Bad Bunny or with J Balvin.
Come on, man.
How dope would that be? Like Anuel, with like a dope Salvadorian artist that's like respected by, like, you know what I mean? Like the mainstream artists, or how about Salvadorian artist doing a song with Travis Scott or Drake?
Come on, man.
You know what I'm saying?
That's fire. I hear you. That's fire. Like, that's dope. I'll keep going, man. Flow. You're flowing. Go ahead.
All these things, bro, or Hondureños, you know, like you never know.
Come on, man.
You never know. And it's like, I feel like it's we're not far from that, bro.
Yeah, we're coming. We're coming. All right. To that, let me shift gears a little bit with you for the sake of time, Harlay, because I know you got somewhere to roll out of here to do. But why do you do this, man? Why? What drives you? I imagine it's passion. I imagine it's, you know, the connection that you have with people who view your music and respect you and look at your product and your artistry as something that they resonate with. But just curious to hear from your own words, like, why do you do what you do as an artist? And the reason why I ask is because I know you're hustling behind the scenes, right? You're not just it's not given to you. You're working your tail off to get it. Why? What's driving you? What are some of those things that are driving you to get to do what you do?
Man, because like other than passion and because I love the art of it, I feel like it's bigger than just me.
Come on, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
They need to hear that again, dog.
It's bigger than just me. It's deeper than music. It's deeper than just rap, or, you know, because at the end of the day, I'm here to inspire and enlighten and, you know, spark the next generation coming. You know, it's not about me at the end of the day. It's like,
well, Harlay, I'm not a prophet, but if I could look into a future, I think 110% your success will come from that statement that you just made. It's not about you. Because the world will resonate with that. People from the top tier executives that want to connect, they don't want this person that it's all about themselves 24/7. They're like, dude, there's hundreds of thousands of people out there, they're looking for that humble cat that's skilled, that's hard, that's work ethic, has the work ethic, but that they know it's really not just about them. It's bigger than them. It's bigger than music. People will support that. People will fund that. So I'm not a betting man, but if I would bet, I'm betting that the future looks bright because of that mindset, because of that reality that you're living out. So that is absolutely big props to you for that, man. So
appreciate you,
so
bro.
Passion, bigger than music. Anything else that you might be thinking of that? Because I cut you off. My bad.
Oh no, you're good, man. It's just it's just like I love the art of it. I feel like I can't see myself doing something else. You know what I mean? Like other than expressing myself this way and impacting people. I love impacting people. Yeah. You know, like especially when they hear my music and people tell me like, yo, man, like your music does things for me, or like when I hear this, I could relate to it. Yeah. Like that means the world to me. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because not anybody could do that. You know? Yeah. And yeah, it's just me giving back to the world, you know?
Yeah, no, it's beautiful, man. Well, Harlay, I'm running out of time with you, man. I'd love to keep asking you a dozen more questions, which will turn into another half hour plus. But I want to be sensitive. We got to have a part 2, part 3, part 4, bro, because you already know that I'm going to make myself available to you whenever you need it. If you're doing a show, if you're doing a tour, if you're running an album, you got merch, whatever, bro, I'm here to help and support in any way. So what you want to you want to touch on anything you got maybe coming up that people should look out for, look into?
Like I got a couple music coming soon, but right now I'm working on my merch that I'm gonna launch. It's the Guala's merch. You know, just tap in. Well, we're gonna have some stuff coming out, which is blue collar inspired. Nice. So I'm gonna have like blue collar worker gear. Yeah. But it's gonna be Guala gear.
Oh, that's what it.
You know what I mean? Cause just like, you know, gotta get it in, gotta grind, gotta get dirty. Yeah. You know, but we gonna have that launching pretty soon, and I got Nissan out now, which is my new single. Next month we're gonna have new releases out. Nice. Not sure yet what we're releasing, but we'll have some new music. Yeah. And you guys can catch me at Harlay WueSo, the Instagram. Yep. HarlayWuezo. Yeah. And on Spotify, go to Harlay. Apple Music, go to Harlay Music. Yeah. You know, I'm on all streaming platforms. Yeah. YouTube, go to Harlay.
Love it, man.
We're out there.
Love it. Before I let you go, just a curious question that I want to ask in case anybody's watching. There's this young dude that wants to make music. They're probably in that car that you were once, and they were hearing somebody freestyle. They're all getting inspired, and they're like, man, I want to do that. What do you tell to somebody? What is your advice? What do you tell someone that's trying to do this? What's your advice to some of these people?
My advice to them is don't think about the money. Really love what you're doing. You know, really love what you're doing. Really have passion behind it and heart. Yeah. Because you will get tested. And if you're thinking about money, like, oh, I just want to make a quick buck, you know. Yeah. It's the minute you get tested is the minute you gonna fall because you ain't got no heart. So really love what you're doing, really love and have that passion for this art, you know, because it's not for the weak, man. Like, that's right. You will get tested. Yeah. There's gonna be times where like it doesn't make sense. None of everything that you're doing is not making sense. You don't know what you're doing. Yeah. And those are the times where you have to remember, like, hey, I got heart. This is what I love. This is my passion. Yeah. I'm not about to give this up. Yeah. But if you're thinking about money, once those times come, you're gonna quit, man. You know, so that's what I would say. That's what I would say to a young kid trying to do this. You know?
And then to just attach to that question, how important do you think is it for them to understand the importance of collaborating and working with others so that they're not just doing it alone? Like, is that what's your advice on that?
Very important.
Like, not doing this alone and doing it together with other people and the importance of that collaboration and whatnot. What do you say to that?
What I could say is your network is your net worth. Yep. You know? Yep. The more people you know, the more people you collaborate with, it's gonna turn into money at the end of the day. Yeah. Yeah. Why? Because they have other fans. Yeah. You have other fans. You cross promote. You could work on merch together. Yeah. You know? Yeah. It's a lot of the more people you know, the more people you collaborate with, the more people you come together with, the more like successful it'll become, you know? Yeah, yeah. Because it's like once you have everybody on the same, you can't do everything yourself.
Yeah, facts.
You know, you will like burn yourself out.
Yeah.
So it's very important to go out there, meet people, network, go out and support. You know,
Yeah, 100%.
don't just be a person that takes. You know, also give back.
Yeah.
If someone supports you, support them.
Yeah.
Someone comes up to your show, you know, pull up to their show.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, and that goes a long way.
Yeah.
You know, and people will ride for you.
Yeah.
You know, when you're loyal, people will ride for you.
Yeah.
They'll go that distance for you.
That's
You know?
right.
Important.
Well, man, I wish I had more time with you, Harlay, because I could literally ask you another dozen questions, man. But let's have another one. Whenever we'll set something up again where you can come over, and I look forward to not just what you already have now, what you got coming up, right? You know, that's already kind of new now, but even the next 5-10 years because of the fact that you said it's how you're trying to inspire and spark the next generation, man. Yeah. So we definitely need more people like you. Humble cats that are talented, gifted, that represent the culture well, and I look forward to having another one, man. So thanks for coming over.
Man, appreciate you.
Any last words
man.
before I
man, I just want to say thank you, brother, for having me here. You know, and it means a lot. And you know, just I want to let you know that whenever you need me in anything, bro. Yeah. I got your back too.
Let me get in a feature with you, bro.
I got you. If you need a feature, I got you, bro. I got you. You know,
man.
I just want to put that out there. You know, like you I appreciate everything that you're doing. You know, and what you stand on, and
thank you, man.
Your whole movement that you're about to do, man. My guy's about to take over right now.
Let's get it, bro. Let's get it. Well, you heard it from the man, Harlay, El WueSo ReZ.
El WueSo ReZ.
El WueSo ReZ, baby.
El WueSo ReZ.
Thank you guys for tuning in. If you found any value in this, please hit that like and subscribe button and reach out to us. If any of this resonates with you and you're like, you know, learning from something, let us know. Put it on the comments. You can reach out. You can call us. I got a designated number for the podcast. It's 562-583-9895 for any questions or any comments. You know, if you want to, you know more about what Harlay's doing, we're putting all of his tags on the bios of where you're watching this. So stay connected in that way. Well, thank you for watching. We'll have you guys have a great rest of your day, and hope to see you guys in the near future. Take care. Peace.